Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I do
Hello?
not hear your sound. I've got your audio on.
Yeah, the audio's on. Just a minute.
No audio. Let me check something here. Test one, two. Test.
Just a minute.
Are you talking?
Yeah, I'm going to try something with a headset.
Well, the chat's not working either. Test. Test. We are live.
I can hear you. Can you hear me yet?
Nope. Nothing. Wow. Just a minute. Let me check something here. Say something, Mel.
Hello? 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 Hello?
I don't know what to say or do at this point. There's no audio from you.
Yeah, let me check something.
Try it now.
Can you hear me now?
No audio. Well, it's about 3 minutes to start the podcast, so this is not going to work. We can't figure it out.
Can you hear me now?
Figure it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do to figure it out right now. So we'll nix this
Yeah.
for tonight. I'll
Yeah.
handle it
Okay. Yeah.
later.
Later.
You can try calling back, see what happens.
Okay.
All right, man, I'll handle it. We gotta start. Sorry about that, everybody. Trying to work out our problems right now, but can't get it done. So here we go. Good evening, Texas bikers all across the nation and the world. This is Texas Biker Radio, number 683. And yeah, we kind of started out uh, discombobulated with OG. I was trying to give him a hand because it has been raining here today like nobody's business. And it was pouring just a while ago. And so we decided that he could call in. But for some reason, we weren't getting any audio. Now, he probably could try to do that. And I'm going to, if he's still on, um, I'm going to suggest that if we still have the same video call number, if it's still the same link, he can try and call back in on his cell phone rather than his computer. That's if he's still there. So we'll watch for it and see what happens. And I'm sorry about that. Hate to go live and then we've got issues right off the bat. But it is what it is. Now tonight, we're going to dig in to what's going on across this country. And today, we have Democrats suggesting to the troops that they don't need to follow an unlawful order. Now, first of all, as a military man, and OG, if you want to come over here, you can do it. Bang on the front door, come on around to the studio. But it is what it is. So, but these Democrats, let me say this, everybody. Let me say this. And you guys that are on the live chat, for some reason, it's not working on my end. I don't know what it is, but I'm certainly not going to reboot. But I can read what you're saying. So, but let me say this. Democrats, these people that are out there saying that crap, that are suggesting that people not follow a lawful order, or what they call the unlawful order. Now, the UCMJ has some gray areas. And if you do not follow a lawful order that you think is unlawful, you're in deep trouble. You're in deep trouble. Because you see, our troops were told to take a jab. And they were saying that, the troops were saying that's an unlawful order to make us take a COVID shot. Now that's in the eyes of the beholder, but those people were kicked out of the military. And especially if you're a career guy, which I suggest that you do, because their benefits are so good to stay in. It's a retirement at an early age. But these people that are former military people, and I'm going to play this. Well, I'm going to play this for you right now. Let me do the audio, and let's hear this right now. To what they have to say. This is Democrats, and let me tell you this: if this was a Democrat administration, like Biden, these people wouldn't say a word. Let me repeat that. They would not say a word. This is only because they got Trump derangement syndrome. But let's listen to what they have to say. Here we go, everybody.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day.
Keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now. Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
you must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army,
Our Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you. We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Incredible, everybody. Incredible. They're military, former military people. And I will say once again, if there was a Democratic administration, they would not say a freaking word like they're doing right now, that they're suggesting the troops follow. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. There are rules. There are rules. It's incredible, everybody. It is incredible. Like I say, there's a lot of gray area in there. And you can get in trouble really quick. And I have no doubt. But let me say one more thing here. There's no shortage of Democrats in the military, especially in the officer corps. No shortage. Like John Kerry, who was in the military to further his resume. That's what many of them are doing. It's incredible. And they should be ashamed of what they're doing. Now, if our military is called out to some of these cities that has just gone ape shit, like in Chicago, and we'll get to that here in a little bit, it's insanity. Insanity. And they're the cause of it. Let me tell you, this is designed chaos. And I have no doubt that some moron out there is going to act on it. And they're hoping for that. They're hoping for that. This is treason in my book. My opinion, and I'm entitled to it. These people need to be sanctioned or kicked out of Congress for suggesting such a thing. And yes, we have criminals. We have people in this country that were invited in by the Democrats. They are not American citizens. I don't give a damn if they are a human being. They are not citizens of this country. They have no rights. None. None, in my opinion. And there are a lot of people out there that agree with me. It's incredible, everybody. But they've come into this country, and not only that, they came into Europe, and they are in deep trouble. Deep trouble. You young people out there, you better do your due diligence before you latch on to a sinking ship. Or wait a minute, even worse. Even worse. And I'll explain that here a little bit. It can get worse. It can. So we have millions of people that have come into this country. And right now, the State Department say they're slashing the refugee resettlement program, and it saves tens of billions of dollars. Look at those people there. Young men that are into this country, and you know what most of them are doing? They're either committing crimes or they're taking jobs or they're mooching off of us. Moochers. Not working, not doing a damn thing, getting benefits. Oh yeah, thanks to the Biden administration and these damn Democrats that are suggesting that our troops not obey orders. Those people are here in this country illegally and they need to go. And the American people voted for that. And many of them, millions of them, Hispanics. Yeah. It's crazy. But just think in what they're doing. Well, we'll get to Europe in a minute because we're all headed the same direction. Because all you have to do is look at what's going on around our country, what's going on with our political parties, and what's going on in our colleges. Let me tell you, we're all headed the same direction, and that's a takeover. Think about that. And I've said many times, our children are going to be fighting these son of a bitches way down the line, probably our grandchildren. But in Europe, they're ready to fight now. Now. And they are here in this country too. All you got to do is take a look at what is happening in Texas, and all you got to do is look at what's happening in Dearborn, look at what's happening in our colleges. You know this is true. This is true. Incredible, everybody. Incredible. So let's take a look at this here. This is just a sample right here. Minnesota Somali Medicaid fraud investigation reveals terrorist links. Largest fundraiser of Al-Shabaab is the Minnesota taxpayer, meaning the taxpayers are funding this crap. The people of Minnesota are funding this crap. And so are we, the rest around the country. Incredible, everybody. Incredible. It is a cancer. Listen up, young people, because we're going to post this on TikTok. It is a cancer in this country. Or you got to decide which side you're on. You're going to be on the side of the socialists. You're going to be on the side of the Islamists. You're going to be on the side of communism. Because what's made this country great is capitalism. And that's what we're going to get. That's what it's going to take to get us out of the mess we're in. Now, the Democrats are out there talking about affordability, which I agree on a lot of it. Like housing. People can't afford a house. But then again, you got builders out there, like here in Texas, the houses they're building, $400,000 to $500,000. A kid starting out can't afford that. Hell, they can barely afford an apartment now. But the end of that is not buying beyond your means. Everybody can't have a 4,000 square foot home. Can't afford 2 air conditioners running all day. Buy cars that they can't afford. That's the reason you go to CarMax and you see all these late model cars on the lot, is because they've been repoed, they've been returned. People couldn't afford them. Who the hell buys a $700 a month truck unless you're making a bunch of money? That's what I'm saying. And young people nowadays think you just need it right then. Hey, it's nice to have stuff. It took me years to accumulate stuff. I mean, I've had buku motorcycles, sailboats. My last one was a 45-footer. Yeah. My little brother would talk to me. He'd say, hey, man, you got all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And, what I used to say to him, it all starts with a J-O-B. Not hanging out with your buds, not smoking dope all night, not just getting so messed up that you can't function. Starts with a J-O-B and staying at it. And yes, what I did, I always followed the money. A better job, a better job, a better job. And really, I've only had 3 jobs in my lifetime. A couple of them don't count. I didn't last a day. I figured out real quick it wasn't a good deal. It's incredible, everybody. It is incredible. And I'm upset about it. That's the reason I didn't start things tonight with any motorcycle stuff. Because people say, well, I don't like politics. Well, hell, nobody does. But everything is about politics. They've made it that way. And they're trying to pit us against each other. The left and the right and who they're, It's the reason they can't get things done in D.C. One side says, hey, we're doing it right, trying to do it right, and the other side says, it's our way or the highway. Bullies, liars, cheats, and I'm not saying they all don't lie, but I promise you, I've been at this for years. And if I walk into a politician's office and he starts giving me a spill, I know when they're lying to me. I can tell it in a minute. But hey, let's listen to what this young man in Dearborn, Michigan, has to say. This is pretty interesting. And let me click a couple of things here.
In 1900, the world was 30% white. Fast forward 125 years, we are down to 7%. The Islamification of Europe is particularly aimed at the destruction of white people. The Islamification of America is aiming to meet the same goal. Our people, white Christian, European, Western civilization, we built the arts. We built the Colosseum. We have ran the world into the industrial age. And now, this people here, the Muslim community, is looking to drag us back. They're looking to oppress women, oppress homosexuals. They're looking to destroy everything that makes America great. President Trump, send ICE. Send ICE into Dearborn. These people have overstayed their visas. They're H-1B chain migration invaders, and they have come to this country to destroy our way of life. We know exactly your laws in your book about lying to our faces, pretending to be Americans, wearing your suits. But that doesn't happen anywhere else where you guys are in charge. There are 53 Muslim majority countries, and in all of them, it is tyranny, destruction, it is shithole living. We have to call it what it is. You guys don't live like we do. We don't want you in our country. We will come and eat your shawarma in Somalia, okay? We don't need it here in Michigan. We don't need it in any part of America. We have a right to self-determination. Our founding fathers fought and died for our posterity, for white Americans. Amen. And we're being driven out. You come here and you marry 4 or 5 women and you outbreed us. You change the laws. You make all of our country look like the places that you fled from. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want you here. 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 This is our country. And the people, the veterans, the World War II veterans, that's blood has soaked for our constitutional republic, are taking a look around Europe. They're taking a look around America, and they're saying, what the hell did we fight for? We have been taken over without a single shot fired. You guys are outbreeding insidious parasites on the American way of life. You will never look like us. You will never eat like us. You won't build buildings like us. You are nothing. You can build nothing. Just like President Trump's great American friends have said. You guys are not us, and get the fuck out. America first. America only. God bless America. Jesus is king.
Middle East, buddy. Get the fuck out.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Let me grab my Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Christ is king!
Your hands on me.
Good Lord. That guy's got some balls. Man. I don't know that I agree with every bit of that, but hey, look. He got a point. He has got a point. You have to look at our nation as a whole and see what's going on. And Democrats are leading that charge. They're trying to protect these people, especially the ones that have come in under the Biden administration, trying their damnedest to keep them here. And that's what that's all about. That's so they can get back control and drive this country into the ground, because that's the plan. That is the plan. And a lot of the countries over in Europe are just now figuring it out. And their governments are still bringing people in. And now the UK wants to bring people in from Gaza. Now the people from Gaza who elected Hamas have never known nothing but fighting, warring, killing. They've never known anything. This has been pounded into their heads, and you want to bring them in to the UK? You want to bring them in to this country? Because that's damn sure what Democrats would do. I'm sorry, I used to be a Democrat until Ronald Reagan come along. And I got tired of all the crap that was going on. And it was crap. Incredible, everybody. Incredible. Hey, and if you would, you people that come across our podcast, like and share. Like and share. Hit that bell so you know when we come on. And yeah, we're bikers. But we're also American citizens. And many of us are former military. And I can tell you, there will be some people that will agree with these yahoos, these former military people, that are trying to throw our country under the bus. That's what they're trying to do. Make no doubt about it what their aim is. I want to say again, if this was a Democratic administration, they wouldn't say a thing about it. That's the truth. And you know it is. You know it is. So everybody's bitching about ICE, carrying on. People fighting ICE. And this guy here, and I'm just going through this stuff just willy-nilly tonight. But this guy here, the media made a big deal about this guy. Look what ICE did to him. He shot a rubber bullet, caught a rubber bullet in the eye. Let me say this. He shouldn't be out there impeding ICE in the first place. Stay home, stay away, you'll be okay. Get out there and want to mix it up with them, guess what? This is what happened to you. This is what can happen to you. You can put your eye out. Matter of fact is, you can put your eye out by participating in this kind of bullshit, is what I'm saying. It's incredible. It's something else. Oh, look here. Look, oh my gosh. Wait till you see this one, guys. Wait till you see this one. Let me see if my chat started working yet. Nope, it's not letting me. Wonder why that is. Let me see. Nope, still not working. Wonder what it is. Can't figure it out. Anyway, this guy here, oh my gosh. This is one of the things we're talking about. This guy decided he wanted to face toward Mecca and drop down on his knees and do his thing. Put his butt in the air. But what's this, everybody? What's this? The thing is they think they own the road. Now, that's just one guy, but what you see over in Europe, thousands of them take to the streets, get out there and block off a whole street with butts in the air. Incredible. And they have laws that they're not supposed to be doing that. But when I was talking about France a while ago, and I'm fixing to play one here for you. This is France. It has turned into a hellhole. And I think it's beyond repair. I don't think they can recover from it. This is bad. This is bad. Here we go, everybody. This is going on over there almost daily in France, the UK, other places. They are saying they're taking over. And you know what? I believe them. I believe them. I believe them. But we have a few more things that we want to show here. Hey, and you may like this stuff. You know, as a person that's been a member of many protests, who, matter of fact, is we've put on protests again and again and again here in the state of Texas. It can be fun. It can be. But then again, it can get out of hand. And then again, are you doing it for the right reasons? But here's some other Frenchmen, new Frenchmen. Here we go. Let's look at it.
يا شعب فرنسا، بلدكم فاسد، قادتكم ضعفاء، لا يستطيعون حمايتكم، إنهم كلاب قذرة بدون فائدة، لهذا نحن هنا وقريبا سنحول بلدكم إلى دولة إسلامية بإذن الله العظيم.
That is one of your French immigrants. Now you look at that and look at what's happening in our country. Do you see some similarities? Do you see some? Look at these characters. Have we seen this? Have we seen this before? In our streets? In our colleges? They're here, baby. They're here. And if you're latching on to that BS, God help you, because I can't. I can't. And I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Here we go. Let's go back to France again. The UK's, matter of fact, is the French are importing people across the English Channel into the UK using these giant rubber boats, and it's NGOs that are doing it. Let me tell you, these Sudanese, they don't have a pot to piss in. They can't afford a $10,000 ride to get to the UK, where it's a big piggy bank of benefits. And the people in the UK have had it. The thing about it is they've got to keep the pressure up. And they need to freeze the whole country. In other words, job stoppage. Close down everything. Walk off the job. You need to do a better job of what you're doing, because your government is not paying any attention to you, much like Joe Biden did to us for 4 years. And make no doubt, that's what he was. Think back to COVID. It's incredible. But let's listen to these next folks here. And let me do a couple adjustments here. Here we go. One more adjustment. Okay. All right, here we go.
This is a pretty shocking series of images of northern France, where people are walking around undeterred by any sort of police activity.
Yes, of course. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Yeah, the situation in the villages and the towns in the north of France, Gravelines, you mentioned Dunkirk, Calais, is terrible. But I'm afraid this is not new. I mean, it's been months that French people are suffering from these migrants' violence. It's almost.
That's one of the boats I was talking about.
Every day. I mean, the people can't sleep at night. Their cars are being stoned. Their gardens are suffering from theft. They often witness gunshots also because they're migrant violence. For example, the Iraqis are leading a war against the African migrants. So it's very complicated for the residents of this town. And the problem is that our law enforcement officers, they're just overwhelmed.
Notice they're all young men.
And people are calling them, but they're just overwhelmed, and it's very complicated to them to act on this, and the authorities just seem to be at loss for solutions.
Helen, obviously in the United Kingdom, we have an awful lot of anger about this situation. What is the reaction in France, and what do the French government say to people to explain why this is happening?
Well, for a bit of context, so right now, our government, our parliament are currently trying to pass the budget. So security, immigration issues have been relegated to the background for the time being. Our president is very unpopular. Our National Assembly is divided. Our political situation is really terrible. So it seems impossible to pass any major legislation. But the problem is that we have polls. I mean, 79%, eight French people out of 10 want tougher policies on illegal immigration. And that is also one of the reasons why the presidential candidate Marine Le Pen, the conservative candidate, is so high in the polls. Right now, she's about like 37% of vote intention. So the majority of French people want politicians to address this issue. But the problem is that the context is not optimal right now.
Okay, well, Helene Roux, thanks indeed for joining us and talking through.
Incredible, everybody. Incredible. Just think about it now. You have to look what's going on here and what's going on there. You see all those people that were wearing the orange life jackets? They're headed to the UK, the big piggy bank. They're giving them benefits. And the French are acting like they're trying to stop them, but they're not. Why? Because they're overrun. So they're pushing them off on the UK. This crap is going on all over Europe. And it's going to come here. And it's going to get worse if the Democrats ever get back into power. Because they will finish the job of destroying this country, because that's what they want to do. That's what it's all about. Collapse it and then bring it back when people are yelling, "Take care of me." And boy, will they ever take care of you. It's like they said, the Democrats said, you'll have nothing and love it. Yeah. So we got a couple of guys here that I thought they were worth listening to. So here we go, everybody. Let's get this one done.
Playing no games no more. No games. And if you are not bold with your faith already, you need to start being bold with your faith. Because the Muslims, they not scared at all. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been seeing these videos on how they basically been saying how they taking over the UK. They're going to come take over the US, and they've already started taking over the US. They're going to make sure Islam enters every single household, and they're going to start taking over the policies and politics and implying Sharia law and just changing changing the U.S. as we know it and making it a Muslim country. Like, and even if you're not Christian, that should raise some alarm bells. You should start thinking, like, what's going on? This, first of all, America is a melting pot of a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, other religions. But they talking about they trying to make this stuff. They trying to make the whole world Muslim. Like, is y'all not getting it? Like, imagine you just chilling. You hearing a call to prayer talking about 5 times a day, loud as heck, blasting through the streets, and that means you got to drop down and pray. That's how it starts. Pretty soon, you keep doing that, then you're going to start getting arrested because you're not dropping down and praying in public. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start thinking, bro. And I'm not trying to say, like, disrespect their religion. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't agree with it. I don't support it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a child of God, Jesus Christ. We not finna stand for no hostile takeover. This is an insurrection. They talking about trying to take, like, how isn't the government doing something about this, bro? Like, they're literally taking us down from within. They're like sleeper agents. Forget the Russians, forget the Soviets. These the real sleeper agents, you know what I'm saying? They just appointed a Muslim governor in New York. And I'm not saying he finna just go ahead and start applying Sharia law and, like, enforcing it, and he just might, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't denouncing it in that video when somebody was asking him. But I'm just saying this is a step. And if you know, if you've been in your word, you know what I'm saying, you know about the end time prophecies, it just makes sense. The stage of the Antichrist is being set. The Bible, like, Islam is going to be a religion that wages war on the Christians. It's talked about in Revelation 13, verse 8, I believe. Like, Christians will be beheaded. What other country, what other religion focuses primarily on beheading the infidel? Like, come on, y'all got to open y'all eyes. If you're not already being loud with your faith, you better start. I'm finna, hey, I'm not finna play those games with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, love y'all, Islam people. I love y'all in the name of Jesus, but we not finna stand for that, man.
The dude is right. The dude is right. The reason I showed that, because it's a young man, a young black man that gets it. I want you young people to understand, especially those of you that are out there that are backing this crap up. You don't understand what you're talking about, because these people will turn on you quick. Quick. They will kill you quick. They will burn you. They will behead you. They will tear you apart. In the name of their wacky religion, which many say it's misinterpreted. I don't know. I've never read the Quran, and I don't want to. It's incredible. Let's get one more. Let's get a couple more things here. These are just interesting things I saw. So let's take care of this as a minute. And so, yeah, here we go.
This is the new Home Secretary of the United Kingdom. Oh, and some of you might be wondering, what is the Home Secretary in charge of? Well, they're responsible for England and Wales' internal affairs, including national security, counterterrorism, policing, and immigration. So the UK now has a Pakistani woman in charge of policing and immigration. And look, I'm not surprised. I told you all in a video like a couple hours ago that the UK has fallen, because this isn't the first position that was taken. I mean, there was the Mayor of London, Mayor of Birmingham, Mayor of Leeds, Mayor of Blackburn, Mayor of Sheffield, Mayor of Oxford, Luton, Oldham, Rothschild. I mean, in the UK right now, there are literally Muslim-only sections. 78% of the Muslim refugees don't even work. Oh, I'm sorry, that was just the women. 63% of the men also don't work. And 8 out of every 10 of them are on free government housing. Oh, and just recently, I'm sure it's a coincidence, all schools in the United Kingdom are now required to be halal. So yeah, with all that in mind, this makes total sense.
Yeah, total sense. Total sense, huh? And let's wrap up with a few more. Got to get these in. Got to get them in. Here we go.
Guys, we've taken over the country officially. England's over. Allahu Akbar. Yeah, what are we lining up for? This is historical. This is historical. I don't see this for Fajr. Guys, we went down a whole alleyway and there's still a man here. Guys, we've taken over the country officially.
This next one is coming soon. You know, I think people like that, lunatics, left-wing lunatics that do that kind of stuff. And let me tell you, Germany can no longer do their Christmas stuff the way they did, where they had those big celebrations about Christmas. The Muslims have screwed it up. This is all headed our direction. And this is just a tip of the iceberg. If we don't wake up. You know, everybody says we're hopeful that Jim Z gets it. But man, there's a lot of college educated people that are just lunatics. That's the only thing I can say. Socialist, communist, whatever you say, Islamist, we're in deep shit. And you better wake up. You better wake up. You guys in the chat, I'm going to try and figure out what it is that I can't answer you. But, hey, I thank you for being here. You people that come on to watch later on, subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell so you know when we come on. With that, there's Butch Popeye Moss, Texas Biker Radio, Sons of Liberty Riders MC. We're proof that bikers are more than pretty faces.